I have one more night of this lifestyle. I guess I'm now lying by the river like a bum. But I really just came down here to watch the sun. Oh God. I don't know what it is. I've never been afraid of birds, but these fucking ravens freak me out. You know their beaks are bigger than their heads? It's seriously like my index finger. Longer than that. Like that could go so far into my eye socket. Like, look at that. I could peck my brains out through my eye socket. Our whole premise, you know, there are a lot of things that challenge our premise. We're all white males, pretty well educated, from backgrounds that could be far worse. That gives us a lot of intangible, unquantifiable resources right off the bat. On the other hand, you know, I don't want to be presumptuous and say that a lot of those things can't be learned elsewhere. I've met plenty of people that are far smarter and more capable than I am, and came from far more challenging backgrounds. So, you know, I think that's making assumptions for us is a lose-lose. So I think the best that we can do is look at our environment and the resources that we're given and try to take head on the one that is realistic, is finances. We didn't cheat on the finances. We started with $0 cash, and we had 3 months of rent at a place in Seattle, and we made this work. Tokyo has been a disaster. I don't think a mistake, but a disaster.
I feel like leaving Tokyo is kind of like getting fired from a job, you know? Because first there's bargaining, and you say, oh, it'll work. I promise I'll work harder. We'll make this work. And then you get angry at Tokyo because it's not cheap and you can't survive. And then finally you just decide to go back to your office and pack up your shit and take off. And that's the stage we're at right now.
Fuck all the rich jerks here. I'm gonna go be slightly less poor in Korea. Yeah! Motherfuckers.
I hate packing. I actually don't hate it that much, but I'm learning to hate it.
Sometimes packing is just pack. No, I'm kidding. It's a big pain in the ass, man. So we have too much stuff. It's too expensive to send it home. There's no way it's gonna fit. There's no way.
We started Seattle with $0 cash. We started Vietnam with around $4,000. We started Tokyo with around $4,000. We will be starting Korea around $2,000 to $3,000 in the hole. We will be in debt with our money tied up into credit cards, which saw us through these dark days in Tokyo. So financially, Tokyo was a train wreck.
In some ways, you can count a lot of this as a success, as long as we learn something from it. As long as we learn something from it and other people can learn from it too, then there was a point to all of it. If we do this again, then we have to ask ourselves some more questions.
It's so hard to describe just how fucking poor we are. It's really hard to drive that home. Matt is living in an internet cafe, eating rice out of Tupperware that he makes here, and he spends his money, the very little money that he spends each day, he spends on like a cup of coffee at a cafe so that he has somewhere inside to be all day. He spends it on shelter.
Here's my dinner. 180 yen bagel, which will buy me a couple hours at this place. a good location. Not quiet, but enough that I can just chill, run out the battery on my laptop, finish up some work, and then move to my bed place. There's my stuff. That will be my bed for now. Let's see how long I can sleep and how many stairs I get. As crazy and adventurous this is, I don't think I would say it's for everyone. The number of hours I sleep is so much lower. The number of coffees I have is so much higher. The number of showers I take in is shameful. That's probably not a good way to live.
We're eating ice cream in the cold and staring at Tokyo Tower, hoping that the ache of poverty goes away and is replaced with a quiet sense of contemplation. So far, still aching. It's getting a little better, a little bit. Well, since we can't actually afford to go up, and we can't afford to do anything else, I think we're just gonna buy some beers at this convenience store inside of Tokyo Tower and look at Tokyo Tower and drink the beers. This is as close as we will get to the top of Tokyo. Almost reached the top. Alas.
We can wing a lot of stuff, and we can get through a lot of crazy situations, but there's some things when you're living this close to the edge financially every day that you have to be more careful about. You have to plan, otherwise it just doesn't work. This just didn't work. All I have is this backpack, these 2 bags, the whole world. Somehow it's way too much shit. God, is it too much? We're trying to get through here so we can get to there and do this all over again, even if it goes as bad. I mean, that's the point, to go do it again. And use that time to go do it again and again and again until we end up somewhere, hopefully somewhere else.